Don't come any closer. I've just found out, and I'm pretty on the ball. This is what's working for me, and this is why I'm sharing this. This just gets crazier and crazier. No wonder my body was screaming at me all the time. Did you know GLP? I've just found out about something that has really shocked me, and I needed to share it with all you guys. If you're already on any form of GLP, whether it's injection or tablets, or just thinking about it, this is important. I'm nearly 2 years in, and I've not heard or seen anything about this on anywhere over on YouTube or on social media. So it's obviously not common knowledge, but this made me rethink a few things that has helped me on my journey. Might do the same for you. And it all kind of ties in with this gorgeous heat wave that we're in at the moment in the UK. I love the heat, but I've also struggled a bit too, especially with sleeping. So in this video, I'll share some stuff I've just found out and also give you some of my top tips on how to survive this weather. We're not used to it here in the UK. We're all a bunch of wimps. By the way, if you're used to living in a hot climate, I'm always open to some tips, so get in the comments and let us know. If you've not seen me before, I'm Jackie, a 61-year-old lady that got slim using the GLP Mounjaro injection, and I've lost close to 8 stone. I'd like to give back to you lovely lot, so I share what I find out. So if you're here for medical advice, video's not for you. I'm not a doctor. This is just my experience. Oh, and it also belongs to 700 others that have joined my lovely free community, linked down below, by the way. They share everything with me, and I pull a lot of that information I give to you. What I've just found out recently, it kind of made sense once I'd heard it, but I was still a bit shocked as it didn't even dawn on me. And the weather being what it is, it's an important time to watch this video. It's so relevant. Why didn't I know this already? Honestly, I don't know. I thought I was pretty clued up on the GLP-1 stuff. We all know GLP quietens down the dreaded food noise. But here's the shocker. I recently found out that GLP-1, get this, also quietens down your natural thirst noise. Go figure. Seriously, I didn't know this. Think about this for a minute. This is a huge impact. I've never seen anyone mention anything about this on any of the GLP communities. So yeah, I thought you guys need to know. I've got a kid playing football in the background in the garden. He's having a whale of a time. Okay, so listen up. This is how I saw it. Basically, if you wait till you're thirsty to drink, whilst you're on GLP, you're likely dehydrated already before you reach for that drink. GLP has already hushed your natural thirst noise. Of course, we all know we should be drinking 2 to 3 litres a day, blah blah blah. Yeah, we've heard it all before, and as hard as I try, I still do struggle. But this information, it puts a whole new spin on it for me. If I was to rely on drinking only when I'm thirsty, I would be getting myself into some kind of trouble. Dizziness, lightheaded. There are a ton of issues you get with dehydration. But now, just knowing GLP-1 quietens down that thirst noise too, I'm starting to rethink my fluid intake a lot more. There's also another aspect to this, guys. This just gets crazier and crazier. If you are one of those that thinks, I've got a wood pigeon in my tree, can you hear it? If you're one of these that thinks that nothing are drinking 2, 3, 4 litres a day, and find yourself drinking more because of the current hot weather, did you know you could be flushing out essential sodium and potassium? So if you don't drink enough because GLP has quietened down the thirst noise and you forget to drink, you get dehydrated, and if you drink too much, you're getting low in essential stuff. You can't win. There is a couple more things I want to share with you that I've discovered recently, but first let's tackle this not drinking enough and how I think I'm smashing it. Before MJ, I could barely go above 1 or 2 hot drinks a day, and that was it. No, seriously, no wonder my body was screaming at me all the time. Overweight, tired, no energy. My liver and kidney must have looked like a prune. But I've learned the hard way, and this is only after many months of headaches. There is some sneaky tricks that I can help to get us all drinking enough, and I'm going to give you some information. I wish you could see this. I've got 2 pigeons on my fence now. I put some water out and some bird seed for them. First tip, find a way to flavour your water. Simple, but it works. Can you hear them? They're going to come over here in a minute. Don't come any closer. Water. It's simple, but it works. I use these little squirty things from Lidl's, the cordial things. I'm sorry, I'm just going to have to show you these pigeons. Look at these pigeons there on the fence. Can you see them? There they are. Yeah, you've stopped performing now, haven't you? Look, oh, look, look, look. One's trying to get friendly with the other one. Oh, look, yeah, okay, yeah. There we go. It's all happening over. Oh, guys, take it over there. Oh, he's nearly succeeding. Go over there. Got pigeons having a bit of a smooch on my video. You can probably hear them having a go at each other. Oh, don't fly over here. If I get attacked by pigeons. So I use this little, oh, he's gone now, cordial things from Lidl's, right. They're very handy, but they're easy, and you know, you can take them anywhere. Now, I also started on peppermint teas when I was getting a lot of nausea, and I spent most of the first 12 months on Mounjaro. I was on the Mounjaro GLP, the injection. Now, I quite like them, but they still count as fluid. Obviously, they say avoid or limit your caffeine because that can make you more dehydrated. Is back. I really don't like the taste of water or tap water, and I'd be good buying bottled water. I'm a bit tight like that. So I treated myself recently to one of these, and I'll show you up here. This is a gravity water filter, and it is brilliant. It is probably one of my best buys of the whole of my journey. Thing you notice first is it takes that taste away, that metallic taste you get from tap water. But there's a bonus. It also eliminates 99.9% of bacteria, even like E. coli, and you don't have to plug it in. You just buy these white sort of filter things from Amazon. I'm loving it, and I can quite happily drink that on its own where I couldn't with tap water. But I do my veg with it. I fill my kettle up with it. I even put some out for the bird bath. They've got a little drinky thing on the tree. I'd never look back with this. I'd recommend is get a ton of the cheap Amazon. Oh, I've got one here. Amazon bottles. I buy these, and they've got the thingies on. I try and stick with it. I don't always with it, but I fill these up from home and then take them out with me. But I don't just have one of these. I have probably got 4 or 5 of them all around the house, and it works for me. I've got one in my bedroom I top up every night. I've got one in my living room. I have one that I walk about with. I have one in my car. I have one for if I'm going out and about anywhere, and I just fill it up with my filtered water. And you know what? It makes the water taste better knowing that there's nothing in it. There's none of these microplastics that everybody's gone on about recently, and I know that it's completely clean. So it kind of helps with the taking it in, because like I say, water has never been a great one for me. Get yourself a load of those bottles. This has helped me get to that 2, even 3 litre mark, being the way it is. And I've even got into the habit of having a glass of water first thing in the morning, as soon as I get up, before my coffee, and then last thing at night, and plus a bottle by my bed. And I have seen some improvements just with these little micro habits. Although they're small, they can have an absolutely huge impact. Remember when I said with this weather, some of you might be drinking a lot more than usual. This could be flushing out some essential stuff, okay? You might also be eating less, sweating more. Those salts that you're losing in your body because you're flushing out everything and you're not eating as much need to be replaced. So you need to be looking at electrolytes. I actually go a little bit further. I put a little sprinkle of salt in a glass of water, the first one in the morning, and I also put a little bit in the coffee because I'm also having some creatine, and that helps the creatine absorb better. There's a video coming on creatine. Oh boy, there's so much to tell you. These things are important. So guys, no rolling your eyes, and I know you've heard a lot of this stuff before all over YouTube. I'm trying to bring you stuff that I've just found out, and I'm pretty on the ball with GLP and YouTube and all the rest of it. I do a lot of research. I have done for quite a while now. So I'm figuring if I don't know about it, you guys might not know about it, but I know a lot of this stuff. Drink more water. If you're a yo-yo dieter like I was for many years, you'll have heard the same record over and over again. But GLP can and will make a difference to how your body behaves, especially during hot weather. And this is what this information is all about. So I've got some more tips coming, including making sure your pen is safe. I mean, I don't know if anybody would have given this a thought, but it needs thinking about. Right, did you know when it gets very hot, you should be checking your fridge temperature, as it can fluctuate? You might be cooling more stuff in the fridge as you're instinctively reaching for cooler food options, which can also bring the temperature down. The door gets opened more often because you're in and out for those cold drinks and cold foods. You could even have different temperatures on different shelves in your fridge. Just test something out. I went in my fridge the other day and I turned it up a bit, and then I went in and something was nearly frozen. I thought, okay, I need to turn it down a bit. A lot of people find fridges are better in the middle shelf. I mean, you need to test your own fridge for this, but mine is personally, it's better on the middle shelf rather than the top or the lower. So that's where my pen sits. But keep in mind, you need a certain temperature to keep your pen usable. Obviously, that's what it says on all the manufacturers' paperwork and everything, all your leaflets. So keep an eye on that. If you start thinking that your milk's getting a bit warm or other things are getting a bit warm, you might need to turn it up a little bit. At the end of the day, guys, we need to protect those pens, those Mounjaro or GLP-1 pens, whichever one you take. And I know the tablets coming out, but you can go one step further and start sorting out your environment. And I know some of my members are really struggling with this, and this is why I'm adding this into the video, and they might appreciate some of these tips. If you've not got aircon like me, I did have one, but I ended up selling it to my neighbour because I found you had to have a window open to let the hot air out. Now that defeats the whole object for me, and I can't be doing with like street noise at night. It kept me awake, so I thought it's going to have to go. So I got myself a better fan. See, I'm hoping you've got a fan at least in your bedroom for bed. Here's a great little tip. Get some ice cubes, put a bowl of them directly in front of the front of your fan, and it really does drop the temperature quite a lot in the room. It's really, really good. Honestly, you'd be surprised at the difference. Another one is when it's hot outside, keep your windows and curtains shut. Only open your windows when the temperature is cooler outside. Now, this is a big one for me. If you ever come to visit my house in the middle of summer, you will see I am in total darkness nearly. I've got some nice sparkly lights in certain rooms, but generally my curtains are shut. And the doors are closed as well, and my windows are shut. And you might think, well, that defeats, it doesn't feel right. Think about it. The air is hotter outside. You don't want to let it into a room that you've possibly got a fan on. I've done this for years. Only when the temperature is lower outside than the house, then open your windows and let that cooler air in. Another one is in a room where you've got what I call vampire appliances. Now these can be chargers, TVs, anything that basically might give, or even though it's a small amount, might give off a little bit of heat. These small differences, they can help. Now, sleep I find really tough in this heat, so this is my tips. This is what's working for me, and this is why I'm sharing this. Get yourself a small hand towel, put it under the cold water tap, wring it out as much as you can, place it on the back of your neck or on the tops of your feet. Now, I use this when I'm sat watching TV or I'm doing some computer work. I put it on the top of my feet. It does work. Think about your pulse points, where you've got some pulses going on. So the back of your neck, your wrists, the top of your feet. Anybody, if you were having an episode and the ambulance people coming along, they'll have a look and try and find a pulse on your body. Just think about that. Make sure it's not ice cubes, as that can cause skin issues and lots of other issues. There is something to do with GLP. Don't quote me on this, that says that it can cause shivers and nausea if you do extreme heat with GLP. So be careful with ice in your drinks and things like that, if besides the brain freeze. Also, I recently bought a cool blanket. I've got it upstairs on my bed, and I absolutely love mine. I got the pillowcases as well, and you don't need to be plug it in or anything like that. This is like a really good one. And I showed my members the other day, and a few of them purchased it, and they've said it's really good. I used to put my pillowcases in a plastic sealable bag. You're going to put it in the fridge or the freezer just for a couple of hours, 1 or 2 hours, that's all. Put it in the plastic bag, because what that does, that will block out moisture. If you don't put it in a plastic bag and you just put, I can't imagine you putting the pillowcases in your fridge or freezer without a bag or some cover, you're going to collect moisture, so that when you're in bed at night and your pillowcase starts cooling down, you're going to end up with damp hair. It gets wet. Another one is half fill a hot water bottle and put it in the freezer. When you're ready for bed, wrap it in a tea towel and put it in your bed round near your feet, and it can last for hours. I've tried all these all work. I love the heat. I don't enjoy the heat so much when I'm asleep. This is a brilliant one. I love this one. If you purchase the GLP injection pen, if you're on injection pen, you'll know it comes wrapped in an ice pack, and you're hoping it doesn't defrost by the time it gets into your house. Don't throw it away. That is perfect to refreeze and use, wrapped in a towel or whatever you want to do, and just put it in your bed or sat on your lap or wherever, on your back or whatever. You've got a free hot freeze a hot water bottle. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. Never mind. You know what I mean. Right, finally, this is the other stuff that I found out recently. Like I say, I'm so shocked at this. I'm nearly 2 years in and I'm still finding out new stuff. Did you know GLP can slightly lower your blood pressure? And with heat stress and dehydration on top, all this can compound, causing more issues like your nausea, your dizziness and fatigue. So basically, this is for people who have found with the heat, they think they're drinking enough. Just keep all these things in mind, and this is why the most of the video is all about getting more fluid down you and then getting your electrolytes in. It's even more reason to stay out the midday sun, wear some lighter clothes. We're hoping that you're all on smaller sizes now, so go and, you know, get yourself on Vinted and get yourself, or the charity shop, get yourself some nice lighter gear. Move slower, so if you're down the gym, just keep in mind that you might not be able to keep that pace, because GLP-1 is changing your fluid intake, and you're reaching for it as well. You've lost that signal now. And pace yourself. If nothing else, think about not relying on those signals or those noises to prompt yourself to drink instead. There's tons of hydration apps out there that you can use. I just use these, and I fill 3 up in the morning. I'll have a big glass of water. I'll make sure I have a couple of these throughout the day, if not 3, and then a big glass at night, and I'm hitting the 2-3 litre mark. It works for me. Keep in mind, you've got to be managing yourself. Do not rely on getting the signals from your brain. Because say, I'm blown away, I don't know about this stuff. Why didn't I know this stuff? I recently also worked out the whole reason why I might have felt so nausea on GLP for probably a year. I mean, literally, guys, I probably had maybe 1 or 2, maybe 2 days, no, mostly 1 day a week out of my whole week not feeling nausea throughout the first year. I may have worked out how I could have prevented this, and I'm going to share that in the next video. Now, don't forget to subscribe if any of this helped you, and don't forget, you're not on your own, or at least you don't have to be. Come and join us in our free little community. Links all down below anyway. Till next time, ta-ra.